Alright, so we back. Or, I guess, in y'all case, we still here because y'all ain't see that we left. This motherfucker. So, things that rich people do that poor people don't. Or vice versa.
Correct.
Rich people get started early.
In their careers?
Man, in every fucking thing.
Or waking up early.
Man, both of those.
Right.
So I was talking specifically in understanding what they want and going after it and not waiting and being complacent and just allowing life to happen to them. They go out and get this shit, right?
Correct.
But they start early. They start a lot sooner than poor people, if poor people ever get started in the first place. But they also wake up earlier and they also sleep less. So I think all of those components are intertwined for sure. But yeah, they get started early. You know what I'm saying? So I mean that in just like I explained in every sense of the term. You know what I mean?
I agree and disagree. I mean, as far as waking up early, of course.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Sleeping less.
Sleeping less to an extent.
Absolutely.
To a point where you can be scatterbrained if you don't.
Absolutely.
Sleep
No.
enough.
I'm not saying. Be Elon Musk. I don't know how Elon Musk. So I just used him as an example. I don't know. He might sleep 12 hours a motherfucking day. But I don't think he does. I think Elon is like I am.
I think he said he sleep like 3 hours a day. So
that's what I'm saying.
It's not a lot.
That's what I'm talking about.
But as far I do agree with that. But
and he's a what? Fucking billionaire.
Multi-billionaire.
You see what I'm saying? It's a different ballgame.
It's a different ballgame. But you said that they get started earlier in life. Sometimes, but there are some actors that don't really get bumping to they're like in their 40s. So it goes both ways.
But wait. And they was poor normally into their 40s. Correct. That's my point. I'm not saying, all right, so I'm not saying that because again, everybody has their own route. You know what I mean? But we talking about you being listener, audience, not being poor right now and being rich. You see what I'm saying?
Correct.
So again, if you want to wait for that to occur because you want to wait for your acting career to pop off, or you want to wait to become a professional athlete, or you want to wait for some other shit, you can do that for sure, and it could pop off for you for sure. But so maybe I should qualify my statement. Most rich people get started earlier.
They do, and I do agree with that. But a lot, it goes to a point of what foundation was laid out for them also. That definitely plays a role. Because if you have parents that laid out a foundation where they give you... But no, I will give you, there are a lot of cats that started poor.
Yeah.
And
most of the millionaires
and ran it up.
Most of the millionaires, most of the billionaires are self-made. You do have those instances where it's daddy's money, it's mommy's money.
Absolutely.
Most millionaires are self-made.
They are self-made, and
them motherfuckers was probably 18 years old, not knowing what the hell they was gonna do. Say, hey, I see these people need that shit done. They go and create a solution for it, and by 23 or maybe 28, they a millionaire.
But you know how? Because they probably started in that 6 or 7 year span, they probably started 15 to 20 businesses that came up and burned and failed.
But they got started.
And burned and failed. They got started
early.
Absolutely. And I do love that because it is never a failure. It's just learn what to do and navigate. Okay, this didn't work. Let's do something. They never stopped. And that's something that I do admire where they have the enough guts to... A lot of people can't keep getting beat on over and over again, taking that hit over and over again until they just give up, until they just do a 9 to 5 and give up. I can't take that shit. Yeah. These cats get beat, come back harder. Yeah. Get beat again, harder. This time they get beat, they ain't got shit.
Yeah, but you have to have that tenacity.
You have to have
that willpower. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That strength to be able to overcome when you do get knocked down, because everybody gets knocked down.
Right.
Especially if you plan on being great. Like, you can't expect for this shit to be handed to you and then there's no challenges involved. You know what I'm saying? That's not how it works. You know, and quite honestly, that shit probably wouldn't even be all that fulfilling if it was that fucking easy.
It won't.
You know what I'm saying? Because again,
you're gonna blow through it. You didn't work for it.
You know what I mean?
And another thing I was, you gotta realize, cats that's really making the money that really earned it, like Elon, they don't really care about money.
Yes, it's a greater goal. It's a purpose. It's purpose driven. I'm glad you mentioned that, because that's honestly probably the number one thing. If we was doing this shit by a list count, the number one thing is to have that vision, to know what you're trying to achieve. You know what I'm saying? How you gonna get to a finish line if you don't know where the fuck you going?
Right. They're so busy being
obsessed with that fucking goal, not just getting there. They obsessed with how I'm gonna get there.
Absolutely.
And the thing about it is, it's not a question of if it's gonna happen. It's never a question of if.
They know it's gonna happen.
You see what I'm saying?
Or it happened at a smaller level. You just got to multiply that level. Everybody's seen a certain amount of success. A lot of times people get complacent. I reach success and I just live off what I can, or they got to that point or feel like I can't go no more because getting to that point was too hard. So they plateau, or they might have got to this and just do something else that's easier.
Yeah.
These cats, they get to that point, cool. They don't even spend that much time there. They go to the next business. This business, cool. It might percolate. It might crash and fail.
Dude.
But whether it crash and fail or it works, they're on to something else.
Yep.
And it's always keep jumping that rock on the pond.
It's a constant movement.
It's a constant movement of getting better and better and better. Yeah. And that, honestly, that's what I'm trying to do more of myself, is you should never be happy with, okay, you did a project. If you speak it, you got to do it, but you got to keep speaking other shit to keep going. You can never be happy with just one thing that you do. You always got to keep going. People might say, oh, you never stuck on one thing. You never focus your time or energy on one thing long enough. I understand that, but you always have to have something else.
Yeah, for sure.
Even a variation.
Dude, I'm a prime example of that shit, dog. Do you know how many of my businesses failed, motherfucker?
Right.
I have multiple businesses still. Maybe 3 of them is really hidden, where I live off, you know what I mean? I'm good, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
But I probably had like 20 businesses fail, man. And I've learned from each one.
But you learn from each one.
And I was able, exactly, all the ones that's popping are popping because of my failures. You know what I'm saying? If I would have never failed, then I wouldn't have known how to succeed. You know what I'm saying? To be honest, I wouldn't even know what success looked like, because back then success did look different too. You know,
it did,
and it's like to your point, man. Exactly, man. It's like, and it should constantly progress. You know, and you have to be committed to excellence.
You have to, you know. You can't be complacent with, okay, I get to this level, I'm gonna buy a Bentley, I'm happy. No, it doesn't work like that. Exactly. Now I understand having little toys here and there, but them toys is not gonna get you to the next level. And you got to clear your brain. Bro. You got to have horse blockers on at every point, because if you get sidetracked,
for sure.
Especially if you love Instagram, a lot of people, even me sometimes, I lose focus to other things that's insignificant in my life other than my main goal, and that can make you poor.
Shit, it will make you poor. Not only will it make you poor, but it will keep you poor if you're already there.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? Like, again, it begins with here. You have to know where you at mentally.
You're in your own cage, and unless you can break out, a lot of people can't break out their own cage.
That's the thing, and because again, a lot of people don't think that it's a possibility
to break out that cage.
You know, and they're not fortunate enough to be able to see that there's an actual out to where they're currently at. You know what I'm saying? They're only looking at the now. You know, and rich people understand that it's a long fucking game.
It's a long fucking journey.
You know what I'm saying? Right. It's not no overnight shit.
It's a lifelong game. You might see cats at businesses where it's making extreme amount of wealth.
Absolutely.
But it might have took 40 years to get there. Bro. Up until them 40 years, you've been hustling, grinding, failing, bankruptcy,
all kind of shit.
Everything, eviction, whatever. Like, it comes and it goes, but you just have to be able to hop on that horse and keep riding that shit back up.
You know?
Or put like real life. I look at you motivate me because I see the business that you're doing, you've been in Forbes, whatever, like that shit, it makes me want to get better because it can be done.
Bro, absolutely.
This shit can fucking be done.
And like I was just telling Kobe yesterday, we just getting started, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's like all of this shit is nice, but we just getting started. And again, to your point, we have to be around individuals who uplift us. You know what I'm saying? If we sitting around, like you inspire me a lot too, bro. Look at this motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, and it's like, again, you have to surround yourself with people who uplift you, who elevate you.
Correct.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, again, rich people understand that shit too.
They do.
Rich people are not fucking around on the corner with some J's unless they serving that motherfucking J. They not gonna be serving that J if they rich. You feel me? Somebody else gonna be serving that motherfucking J if they play in that game.
And really, what we just did, we kind of just merged ourselves into the next topic, which is rich people surround themselves around other rich people. Poor people surround themselves with poor people. Which it might sound like it's not the correct thing to say, but
it's the truth.
It's the truth. It's the truth. If you be around broke people all your life, if you grew up around broke people,
the algorithm these motherfuckers use is like you are the total sum, and I don't know how accurate this shit is, but you are the total sum of the 5 closest individuals to you.
Absolutely.
You take they motherfucking they net worth, you fucking average that shit out. That's where you lie. And again, I don't know how truthful that is, but again,
I think it's fucking true.
It may or may not be, but I guarantee you, it's the truth in regards to mindset for sure.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Like your shirt that you put out +0. Yep. I'd rather be +0. I'd rather be by my goddamn self than be around anybody that's not bringing me up.
Exactly.
Because I could do just as much damage with myself. Than with people that's bringing me down also. Like this, when you have no motivation to get shit done, the next person not doing shit, the next person just sitting around watching Netflix talking about what the next motherfucker is doing. I don't give a fuck about that shit. But you will get caught up in that shit.
Poor people talk about other people, right? Whereas rich people discuss ideas and how do I improve something? How do I add more value somewhere in life? You know what I'm saying?
That absolutely, but everybody talks about it. It's just
no. I mean, and first off, I'll be the first one to say, I don't really converse about too many motherfuckers unless I'm using them as an example. Not, you know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
But I'm talking about being entertained by, fucking Tom Cruise is fucking this blonde chick over here. Who cares?
No, that's
what I'm talking about.
Absolutely.
You see what I'm saying? That's what poor people are consuming.
Information that does nothing to help you.
Yeah, I'm not talking about how. Oh, did you see about Elon Musk and fucking Jeff Bezos with the race to space, to Mars? That's invigorating. That's some shit I want to know more about.
Shit that I read
That's some shit I want to know. How do I link up with Richard Branson and say, hey, Virgin, let's get our shit going sooner? You know what I'm saying?
And that's what
let me help you get your shit going.
These cats are on a
literally on another fucking planet.
An ego fucking race to get to the Mars
another
quickest.
Planet, bro.
And they're spending all their fortune to get there.
And see, and the thing about it too is it's more than just getting to Mars or getting to space. It's about, again, adding value. And again, whether there's capitalist, ties to this shit or not, I'm trying to get paid if I'm putting motherfuckers in space. I don't care who you are.
You're going to get paid,
you know what I'm
regardless.
Saying? But my point is it's about improving the earth. It's about leaving this motherfucker better than when I was here.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? That's what the fucking billion, again, this goes beyond
being
rich.
able to get the fuck out if the shit goes sour.
If shit hits the fan, I have a whole colony.
I have a way out.
Out this motherfucker.
I'm out this bitch.
Next to Mars.
Absolutely.
So yeah, because I believe that's what Bezos is doing anyways. He's putting like these satellite fucking communities up there. So he's not even trying to, I don't think, be physically on Mars. He's trying to put colonies in space. So again, if shit hits the fan or for whatever other reasons, like there's motherfucker, we there. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Oh, and by the way, we can actually get there because we built that shit. I just spent $10 billion on that motherfucker.
The only cats are going to be able to get there is the cats that have been hustling their whole life to get that cat. Because shit ain't going to be cheap.
I think is again, so to that point, and we talking, this is a little crazy that I'm about to say this because we talking about rich and poor, but it also showcases how important is money for real. Because to your point, if you, I'm not gonna use an NBA player's name. If you're an NBA player, you getting paid $250 million a year, some random shit. It's not gonna happen, but whatever. And you can come, and we got a limited amount of space up in this motherfucker. And you can purchase the ticket because the ticket is only $1 million.
Right.
You got the money for the ticket, but we only got 10 spaces up there. Are you valuable? Are you as a resource valuable enough to get on this motherfucking spaceship with me? You see what I'm saying? So it's like, again, how important that, and you got to understand that, man. We all got to understand that money is not fucking everything. We need it. I need it all, motherfucker. I need billions. I need trillions.
You don't need it. I want it.
I want trillions.
I want it all.
But
Because
it is not the end all be all.
It's not, because you got to realize the cats is really making this cash. They don't utilize that money for their own pleasure. Now, I won't say that.
I was about to say, what the fuck you talking about?
No. They do utilize it for their own pleasure.
Shit.
But it comes at a percentage of what they have, and they're not going to go past that percentage.
Yeah.
They're not going to use...
The wise ones anyway.
The wise ones not.
Because again, you can... I don't want them to misconstrue. You can definitely get rich and go back poor like a motherfucker.
Lamborghini, I love you. And trust me, I'm going to come see you as soon as possible. Man. But it's not going to be nothing where I'm spending my whole fortune on a Lamborghini. It's going to be something that I'm going to have, like you said, it's going to come from an investment that's going to give me that money. It's not going to be something where I just make.
One of these investments done paid you and you say, hey, I'm going to reward myself because I had a $5 million year in gross fucking proceeds from this business. I'll take a Lamborghini.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? Why not? And by the way, the motherfucker was on sale because that motherfucker leased it, brought it back, only put 2,000 miles on the bitch, and oh, hell, I got 40,000 off the goddamn sticker.
I'm mashing the cash on that bitch.
Fuck you
I don't give a fuck.
You saw what I'm saying? Because that's another thing. Smart, rich motherfucker, no, I don't give a fuck how much money I got. I can afford a yacht, right? Okay, cool. Shit, I might just make some money off that motherfucking yacht that honestly, I own when I'm not using it.
Once you get to the point where you got to a point where you surpass what you wanted, you're not going to give a fuck about that shit. Nah, because you're going to be so fucking busy getting more money, it's not going to make sense. It's going to make sense, but you're not going to give a fuck.
Nah,
do you care about what shoes you put on to go on your feet when you go to work?
No, see, that's what I'm saying.
Do you give a fuck? You
Absolutely not.
Because them shoes are going to be your car at a certain point in your life. You're going to have 10 goddamn cars. Each one of the cars might be 100,000. You're not going to give a fuck what car you drive to work every day. You want to lose... It's not going to matter at a certain point.
No.
Yes.
I disagree. So let me, prime example. I'm a fucking prime example for this shit, right? All right, so I'm in real estate, motherfucker. I'm like, oh man, just getting real estate. I got my this is before I'm investing in shit. I'm just licensed up, selling houses and shit. Even before I started doing commercial real estate. And so, I'm like, oh yeah, man, I'm a rapper and shit, and I'm playing around with the bud and all that kind of shit way back in the day. And so I'm rapping and I'm like, I'm not really making money doing that shit. I'm actually spending money and losing money. So I'm like, fuck. I finally get my real estate license. I'm a realtor. Make a couple dollars. I'm like, oh shit. Okay. Make some more money. Oh shit! I start making more money. I'm like, okay, I'm probably like 3-4 cars deep at this point, motherfucker. Just stupid.
Right.
Fucking Mercedes S550. Fucking the
I remember that shit too.
The black BMW, the 640. Fucking the Porsche truck. You know what I'm saying? All at the same fucking time. I still had the Cadillac. You know what I'm saying? All at the same fucking time for no fucking reason. This is before me and Courtney got together because she put an end to that shit
immediately.
But anyway, so. And I'm just like, man, yeah, I love these fucking cars. I love these cars. I'm pulling up, and I'm getting bigger and better cars. I get to the S550 and shit. I had the 7 Series too, BMW. I had 2 BMWs at the same fucking time, 7 Series and 6 Series. So I'm in this bitch like, oh, I'm big dog, man. I'm pulling up to my clients. Some of my clients, obviously multi-millionaires. I'm selling them $1 million homes. And this is before I was even anywhere near real money, but I had enough money to go buy cars and stupid shit anyway. So, all these motherfuckers driving Priuses, bro.
That's what I'm saying.
But, no, this is where I disagree.
No.
No. I went and got a Prius. Because I was like, why the fuck I'm pulling up in an S550, in a fucking BMW 7 Series, so I got a Prius. Best gas mileage I ever got in my fucking life.
Absolutely.
I had that Prius for like 3 months.
Got rid of it.
I kept it. But I didn't drive that motherfucker. I was like, man, as much gas and shit as I'm saving, as great as I'm doing this shit for the universe. Now, if Porsche would have dropped the electric car back then, it would have been a different story. You see what I'm saying? But it's like, yo, some things, and I'm not the most materialistic motherfucker in the world, but again, my point being, it's not everybody could just walk around with vans if you got $1 billion in your pocket. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not that motherfucker. I can't be driving around in a Prius. It's just not me.
I'm not gonna drive around in a fucking
Prius
either.
I'm not being a demon
goddamn.
You see what I'm saying?
800 horsepower.
So that's my point. So it's like, we can't.
But once you have $100 million, I don't think you're gonna flex the way when you got your first 10.
That's my no, absolutely not.
You're not gonna flex the same way.
But my point is, you think I'm getting another fucking Prius ever again in my life?
I'll get one.
Fuck that. Fuck Prius. Until Toyota cut me a check. No,
Toyota.
Fuck Prius.
I love you, Toyota.
Fuck you mean?
Nah. But honestly, you're right. I would not drive a Prius. I'll get one because you got to realize.
But
you're not going to want to put 800 miles a day on your Lamb truck.
Man, fuck that. No, again, as many foreigns as I had back in the day, and I love foreigns. What car did I just order? Then you order one too?
Oh yeah.
You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying?
I love that book.
You see what I'm saying? Tesla. Shout out to Elon. Cybertruck, motherfucker. You think that's not gonna be my daily driver when that motherfucker get delivered?
That's gonna be. I can't.
Man, I don't give a fuck. That shit pointy. Man, I'm in that bitch every day.
That's gonna be I'm gonna be in that.
And then I'm pulling out the GT when I want to stunt. You see what I'm saying? Some shit that you need a milli for this unless you got that motherfucker when they dropped.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? That's what I'm talking about.
800,000 right now.
Nah, if you show me a fucking Ford GT 2020, 2019 for 800 available.
You gotta realize the MSRP is only $380.
Bruh, the MSRP. Go get one of them motherfuckers.
You gonna spend 800?
Show me one for 800 right now. Man, we might have to pause this shit and hop on Rob Reporter fucking James edition real quick. Bro.
Honestly, I don't think they even.
That's what I'm saying. DuPont registry, something. Show me something, bro. I guarantee you're not about to see one for less than $1 million right now, dog. Guaranteed, guaranteed. I'ma buy it. I swear to God. If you show me one for less than $1 million, it's not happening, man. And that's my point. MSRP 320.
500.
500 where? 500 where?
At Ford.com.
Yeah, exactly. And that did you say so they retailing at 5 now?
That's what it says.
Bruh.
I don't even see one.
Bruh. Cause you can't buy one. That's like trying to go buy one, man. You can't go buy a stainless steel Protect Nautilus. You know what I'm saying? Plain as a motherfucker.
I don't know that much.
From Protect and see if it's gonna happen. And see if any of they motherfucking boutiques.
Honestly, I wouldn't pay $1 million for this.
Man, you got your motherfucking. But again, at which stage? I'm talking about actually.
No. At any stage, I'll get a LaFerrari.
Oh, I'll get one of them motherfuckers too, though.
It's the same price. I'll definitely.
Man, I don't even know, man. I don't know.
If money was not an object,
I don't know, man.
If money,
I mean, but you own some beastly shit. You like that? You talking about the engine and everything? Like I get in the LaFerrari and I'm like, man, no, I need something else going on in this interior.
Nah, that's it. There is no interior.
That's my point.
You're sitting on carbon fiber.
It's a fucking race car. Like, man, nah, bro.
That's all I need is sound and horsepower. That's all I don't care about.
You trying to hit Atlanta Motor Speedway with that motherfucker? I'm trying to goddamn, you know what I'm saying? Hit Peachtree Road with that motherfucker. You know what I mean? Pull out the house and go that way, and then come back to the house, motherfucker, making noise and shit. You trying to go put that bitch on the track?
Man, I'm trying to go to 200 miles per hour.
Man, that's what I'm saying. I don't like, man. Fuck that. I like that sexy shit. My shit, like I told you, my shit can go 100 miles per hour, nigga. Let that shit look like something.
Right.
I'm good. But back to the topic, man. We getting super sidetracked. So, shit, man. What else? Throw something, man. What do poor folks do?
So basically,
rich folks do not do.
Let me throw some out the bag.
I know one.
I know one too.
What?
So it's basically what we are already talking about.
And what's that?
Poor people do not follow along with their ideals or plans. They don't follow through it. They talk about it, but they never finish it.
Chitty chatty.
They talk it, but year after year, it's the same talk.
Shit. Like,
it's the same shit.
How the fuck I move way this way and you still right motherfucking there, nigga, 10 years ago? My bad.
Case in point, it's this podcast.
Yep.
How long we been talking about this shit?
Yeah, bro.
How long we been talking about this shit? At least for a year and a half. Maybe not that long. At least for a year.
Yeah, that's been about a year.
A year and a half.
Some change, yeah.
And it was just something where it came out of ideal where let's start something where we want to talk about what the fuck we want to talk about.
Yeah.
But it just kept going, pushing on.
And I think, and we was overthinking it, and there's a lot of excuses that could be had, but we didn't do it. But we didn't do it. You know what I'm saying? Regardless of overthinking it or not, we never took the action steps to make it come to fruition. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it's like that's a great example, great point. You know, and not only that is they don't take responsibility.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Poor people do not take responsibility. Rich people hold themselves accountable for what they do or don't do.
Right. I felt guilty about talking about this shit and not doing it. I felt guilty.
Right.
And I try to make you feel guilty too.
and it worked.
Let's get this shit rolling. but like you said, like a lot of cats will say they want to do something, but don't know how they're going to do it. Don't put no foot to the gas. Don't put it in drive. It just kind of, they talk about it and then the dust settles. It goes away.
Yeah.
Rich people don't do that.
Nope.
Rich people, they think about it. They start it. They might not finish it, but they at least on a pathway where they're doing something about it.
Yeah.
The easiest thing you can do is get your idea, you put it on paper, and then start the basic shit. Get your LLC, get your EIN, get your logos, get your website. That's at least the basic you can do. At that point, you have something tangible where you can bounce ideas with somebody, an investor, where they see the potential in your project. Like, at least have something down where you can use that. That's a starting point. You can always look back at it where I started this, and now I can actually do this again. But next time you do it, you already did the basic shit. Now you do it to the next level.
Yep.
Like, it's always, you always have, if you're going to say you're going to do it, you at least need to try. Yeah.
You got to, again, take responsibility. Understand that you have to have a clear vision. You know what I'm saying? And a big goal. It got to be a big why. I mean, if it's money, you're just trying to get money, cool. Because again, at the end of the day, we're talking business. We're talking, But again,
absolutely,
anytime you can search and find a purpose outside of just a monetary value, if you can really impact somebody's life in a positive fashion, if you can add value to an individual, that's how you become rich. You know what I'm saying? All of my self-serving businesses, those are the businesses that failed. All of the businesses that I did because I wanted that sexy shit because I wanted to be the owner of a basketball team. Oh, I own a pro. That shit, it was sexy.
I was pissed when you got rid of that shit because
I didn't get, I'm glad you said that because I didn't get rid of it. What I did was I sold it to an individual who valued that motherfucker a lot different than I did.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I wouldn't even say more because I had capital up and I lost I lost more money with the Atlanta Aliens than I lost with all my other businesses combined, my brother.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? On some real shit. Combined, bro. And I've had some fucking losses.
Which is fucking crazy. Yeah,
you see what I'm saying? So, but again, I didn't want that shit to die for so many reasons, man. And there's a lot that went on with that. And I felt like Coach Duck deserved that team. Between you and me, my brother, I had $1 million offer that I denied my second year owning the fucking Atlanta Aliens. Nobody knows this shit.
Cause you just want to hold on to it.
Man, that was the biggest mistake I ever made in my fucking life, not selling that team for $1 million. If you knew what I sold the team to Coach Duck for, you'd be like, bro, oh my God, you didn't take that money?
Right.
That was easily, hands down. And then everything that fucking team costed me too, man. Like, I fired my sister behind that shit. Like, we parted ways as she was my GM at one point behind that shit.
You probably spent damn near that put into it.
Bro. Fuck what I spent. I turned down a lot of money because I had the wrong vision. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, I don't think so. I'm actually glad I was able to disconnect with that and still have it be connected to somebody who deserves it and who's gonna value that shit and who's gonna be able to give them young men an opportunity to, fulfill their dreams.
Right. You never want to be responsible for something that can cause the demise of other people because these people looked up to you. The players, they looked up to you.
Man, what? I was the youngest professional sports, I still am to this day, the youngest professional sports team owner.